Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to create this golden glam drugstore makeup tutorial, which is so simple to do and obviously it's so affordable, so why not try it yourself. I really like this lip, which I've actually got lipstick on my teeth. That's the only bad thing about wearing red lips, is that you get lipstick on your teeth and you're like, hi, and everyone's like, whoa. But yeah, I'm really excited to share with you guys all the products that I've used. I went to the drugstore the other day and picked out some bits, and then I had some bits that I've obviously used before in the past, which I love and use on a daily basis, so that's why I wanted to share this makeup look with you. Seeing as this is an affordable makeup tutorial, I wanted to show you my favourite Vanity Planet brushes, which you guys know that I use all the time. I carry this little pouch with me every day. Like, it's just, look how like compact it is. I love it. So these are the Vanity Planet brushes. There are 15 brushes that you guys can choose from, which look like this. I got the case dirty because I've just done my makeup, obviously, but this brush set is really good for a full face of makeup. So in this tutorial I share with you guys how I use them and all of that kind of stuff. They are synthetic and cruelty free, and they've also got a really sturdy handle to help apply with the application, and it just makes it so much easier. So it is definitely some brushes that I recommend, especially if you're looking for some more brushes that you, I don't know, you sort of need. They are really affordable as well. They're normally $99, but I have got a 70% off code for you guys, so you can get them for $30, and in pounds, when I bought them, it cost me around £30 including delivery. So that is literally just insane. I love them to pieces. They also come in 3 different colours. So I've got the pink ones here, which I use in today's tutorial, and then I have the brown one in my other makeup bag, which is a little bit dirty. I use that in my everyday makeup bag, so that's really good for bronzer and all of that kind of stuff. And then they also have black, which I don't have, but I'm going to be buying soon because I want the whole collections. So yeah, I love these to pieces. They are vegan and cruelty free, like I just said, and I love them. So if you did want to purchase them, then make sure you check the description box down below with my code, which is glam30. Make sure you click the link and then type in the code, and that will get you the 70% off. So just remember that. And then if you have purchased them, let me know your thoughts on them and what colour you went for. You don't have to buy them, I'm just giving you guys my code because I love them to pieces, and obviously I use them in today's tutorial, so I mean, I thought I'd share it with you. Anyway, without further ado, if you want to know how to get this golden glam makeup tutorial, which is using really affordable makeup, then please keep watching. I got lipstick on my teeth again. So I have done my brows. I used the iconic London Sculpt and Boost eyebrow cushion in the shade medium. I didn't want to share it with you guys in this tutorial because it's a drugstore tutorial. This is not a drugstore product. However, I thought you guys would be interested in knowing what product I've been using at the moment, and it's been this, but it's running out, so I need to get me some more. But this is the shade that I use, this side, and I love it. I just contradicted myself. I'm like, I'm not going to share with you guys what I used, but I just did. Anyway, I'll do like an in-depth brow tutorial on what I do to my brows because I get so many messages on Instagram like, can you show me how you do your brows? So yeah, I will share with you how I do that. The first thing I'm going to do is I just moisturise my face with some of the Olay Beauty Fluid Moisturiser. Go-to favourite, use it every day and night without fail. For primer base, I'm going to use this NYX spray. It is one of my favourites because I just feel, it makes me feel awake, and I use it after I apply my moisturiser. It's sort of like a setting spray at the beginning, but in the mornings especially, it's just like, oh, I feel like I've got a little bit of a boost. Right, moving on to foundation. I've been loving quite a few at the moment, but I'm going to mix some because I can never stick to one foundation. So if you guys have one foundation that you adore, let me know what it is, because I just mix all the time and I cannot help that. I'm on the hunt for a new drugstore foundation, so I'm going to go into town some point next week and try as many as I can and then share with you guys my favourite because everyone loves drugstore. So I mix quite a few together, but you don't have to mix them all if you don't want to. I mix the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation and the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. The Rimmel one's in the shade Soft Beige and the Healthy Mix is in the shade Beige 54. So I mix these two. This one's lighter and this one's obviously a bit darker. But then sometimes if I don't like the colour, I will use these drops. You don't have to use these if you don't want to, but I'll put my foundation on and then I'll put these on after depending on how I like my skin tone. These are the NYX Total Control drops. These are foundation drops. I haven't used them alone, but I don't feel like when I use these mixed with my other foundations, it's not cakey at all, so that's why I like the product. But I haven't tried it on its own yet, but it is really runny. So for me personally, I feel like it'll be quite a light coverage with the consistency of it, but I don't know. I haven't tried it on my own yet. Use the palm of my hand as a little template, squirt some drops onto my hand. I'm not going to mix the drops in yet because I don't know what the colour's going to be like. Then I'm literally just going to mix the colours together from the foundation. And then I'm going to use the Vanity Planet large cream shadow brush to apply this. There is a foundation brush, but I like this one because it's a bit smaller. And all you do is going to apply it like this. I don't know if that's any better. I don't know if it was too light before, so you couldn't really see what I was doing. Anyway, right, this is what we're sort of left with on my face. I'm going to use the Vanity Planet flat top stippling brush, which is perfect for blending in your foundation, especially if you do circular motions. So just do this. I have got a 70% of code for these brushes, by the way, which is Glam 30. I will leave all of the info in the description down below. I love these brushes. They're not sponsored. I just think that they're so worth it. And I take my case everywhere. It comes in a cute little case like this. I love it. They're so affordable because of my 70% of code, which is insane. And I know all of you who have bought them and use my code love them. I've got really bad bags, by the way, so we need to use a lot of concealer. So yeah, just keep blending. So that's all done. I'm going to use this small brush from the brush set and just blend out my neck. I'm sorry if it's annoying that I always use these brushes, but you don't have to buy them if you don't want to. I just love them. I just love them. They're literally my favourite. Right, for concealer, I've gone back to an old favourite, which is the Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser in the shade Nude, which is a bit too dark for me at the moment. So what I'm going to do is mix it with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20. Perfecto. Right, so I'm going to twist, and then all I'm going to do is just dab this concealer on. So it's got a little sponge applicator at the end, which looks like this. So they're pretty easy to apply. As you can see, it's basically the same colour as my foundation. You can't really see it. I put more lights up to make it brighter in here, but it's making my face so bright that you can't actually see the makeup properly. Hopefully it's just my viewfinder, but right now I'm like, you can't actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, and then I'm going to pop this over the top just to brighten it up. I use both of them for the coverage because my sleeping pattern is all over the place at the moment. I've just been knackered because I do that and then I'm doing PTs again, so I'm just like, oh, extra tired. Yeah, so you can see how good this concealer is. It's so good. So when that's all done, what you're going to do, looks like I've got no eyelashes at the moment. I'm going to use my favourite go-to powder, which is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is my favourite to sort of, I was going to say bake. I'm not actually baking, I'm just setting the concealer in place. So what I'm going to do, like usual, push out all the creases under my eyes and then still look up. You probably might be lucky and you might not have creases under your eyes, but I do. It's rather annoying. I'm going to move on to this brush, which is the powder slash blush brush. Swirl it around in your powder and just use circular motions over your face like so. I hate having a shiny face, so if you don't mind a shiny face you can skip this bit, but it's literally my worst thing and oh, I hate it. I feel like using this powder, it just sets in so nicely. Right, so what I'm going to do is get my NYX contour kit. This is £18, I think, but it will last you for so long, like so long. I love it. So I'm just going to mix these 3 shades together with this big Iconic London brush. This is really good for my forehead, my big forehead, because it just spreads it all out evenly, as you guys can see, and it blends it really nicely together. I sort of have to lift my hair up a bit. So I'm going to go in with this angle brush. It's called, oh, it's the angled contour brush. I'm so clever. And I'm going to go in with this shade here. And I'm literally just going to take in my cheeks and contour my cheekbones because I want them to pop out a bit more. I don't mind talking in like silly accents all through the video. I feel weird today. Maybe it's my illness. I'm going to be acting weird and then at the end I'm going to be like, oh my god. Right, anyway, getting too excited. At this point I like to go into my eyes and then I do my blush and highlighter and lips at the end and setting spray. So what I'm going to do now is move on to eyes. This you can't actually purchase from an actual drugstore. ironic. But you can't actually purchase from an actual drugstore, but they are so affordable. If you haven't heard of the brand, it's BH Cosmetics. I don't know how much this is, but I know it's really cheap and the quality you get is insane. They sell really affordable makeup on there, and I personally class it as drugstore because it's that cheap. So I really, really like it, and I haven't found a palette. I haven't gone into like Superdrug or Boots at the moment, and I haven't found a palette that I love. So I wanted to use something that I know I really like. So this is their Ultimate Neutrals Shadow Palette. You have mattes on the top half and then shimmers on the bottom half. What more could you want, guys? So what we're going to do is go in with the first shade here, our fingers, and then just set your powder in, set your eyelid in place. What I'm going to do is zoom you in because I just feel like I'm not sharing with you guys enough. So I am going to use this medium blender brush from the Vanity Planet brush set and use this shade here just as a transition. And we're going to focus in on the crease and then blend upwards and downwards. What I'm going to do is use this shade here with the same brush, but really lightly tap some of the product off and focus this on my crease and then blend that as well. And this is just to deepen it up a little bit. I'm going to go in with the crease shader brush and use this shade in the middle here. Focusing this one on my outer V and then blending that into my crease. So it can be quite messy at the moment, and then you're going to go back with your other brush and sort of blend it out. Now for the fun part, I'm going to use this NYX Finishing Matte Setting Spray and spray my brush. I'm going to use the smudging brush. I'm going to go in with the middle gold shade here, generously on my brush. And all I'm going to do is pop this on my lid. Look how pigmented that is, it's actually insane. And then go back with this brush and just blend it in at the crease. What I'm also going to do is use this shade here, which is next to it, and add that over the top. And then what I'm going to do is use this shade here and pop this on my tear duct and brow bone, just to brighten the look up a little bit. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the NYX. NYX liquid liner, and all I'm going to do is line my lash line. For mascara, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. And then after that, I'm going to apply some falsies, which are the Tatty lashes in the shade TL3, I think it is. I'll do that off camera because I need to be like this to the mirror. So I've just popped my lashes on, which look like this. I love them to pieces. I wear them all the time. They're literally my go-to, so I love them. I'm now going to move on to blusher. The one I use is from NYX. I've used this one for years, literally. This is the NYX blush that I use. It's BBL11. Looks like this, really pretty and shimmery. You only need a little bit. I'm going to put that on with my blusher brush. It just brings a really nice colour to you. I love it. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use these two highlighters. They are from Maybelline, and it's the Master Strobing Liquid. I'm going to mix these two together. Wait, I think I'm at... What colour is this one? I'm going to mix them together. So I've got medium/nude and light/iridescent. So I'm going to pop a blob of each on my hand. That's what I want to do. Don't you think lashes make the biggest difference ever? Like, it's just insane. I'm going to use the Vanity Planet Small Cream Shadow Brush just to mix these two together. It's a bit purpley, so I'm not sure yet. I haven't used these in a while. That's what it's going to look like once it's sort of... I don't know if you can see. I want it a bit darker, so I'm going to go back in with the nude. Maybe I'll just use the nude medium. I feel like it's a bit pink. Oh, just don't know. Yeah, that one's a bit too pink to have on its own. So this is the nude. It's a bit too pink. So I'm going to mix the one that I used to mix together. But I feel like it's a bit too blushy. Right, let's try the other one. Light. I feel like it might be light actually that I like more. You can't really see. Okay, let me just put a light somewhere. That's more of a subtle glow. Okay, right, what we'll do, scrap mixing them. I'm just going to use light. So what I'm going to do is just get the light, put a blob on my hand. I'm going to use my finger just to really lightly sort of moisturise it into my hand. just to warm the product up a bit. And then all you're going to do is dot it where you want the highlighter to be. What we're going to do is use the eyeshadow palette to pop highlighter over the top. So this is sort of a base for it, just to stick on. Right, so what I'm going to do now is grab the BH palette. Oh God. Try and open it. And I'm going to grab this colour here, second one, and I'm going to pop that on my finger and literally just pop that over the top. There you go. You can see that it just brings a little bit more colour to it, but you've still got that sort of dewy shine. Now it's time for the lips. What I'm going to do is I want to go for like a plummy sort of red. So I'm going to use the Rimmel Black Tulip. It's in the shade 63 lip liner. It's the lasting finish one. I'm going to line my lips with this. So once I've lined them, I'm then going to go in with a lipstick that I've lost. It's the Rimmel Kate Moss one in the shade 1. She's just going to go in with this. What I'm going to do now is just deepen it up with the liner because it's gone a bit lighter. So go over. That's sort of the lip colour I wanted for, like a dark red. I feel like if you mix a dark lip liner with red, it works really well. I'm going to use the NYX Matte Finishing Spray. So anyway guys, this is the final result. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hit the red subscribe button down below, whatever side it is on, and also hit the bell. That will send you notifications on when I upload. That is something really, really important because I forget to do it to a lot of people as well. So I've been starting to click the bell and then I'm like, oh, I'm notified when your videos come through. But if you don't want to do that, then that's completely fine. But I do have videos every Monday and Thursday and sometimes on a Sunday, cheeky little video now and then. So that's my scheduled days. Apart from, I will also leave the products that I used in the description box down below, and I will also leave the link to these brushes down below as well, and my code and all of that good stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you beauties in my next video. Bye.